Hey there, guys. So the next project that we've got to start here, we're going to start this project, but it's going to take a year to 18 months to finish it. So keep your eyes on the channel. We're going to have some videos coming from time to time on this. But basically, my father bought a truck 10, 11, 12 years ago, something like that. He bought a 2005 Ford F-150. It was a super cab, 4x4, Lariat trim, 5.4 V8. Back in that day, it was a really nice truck and one of the most popular trucks on the road. He drove it for a few years. He got it used, but he got it, I don't know, it had like 80 or 90,000 miles on it maybe or something. I don't know. And then he drove it for a few years, and then my uncle bought it. My uncle drove it for several years, and then recently my dad bought that truck back, and so that truck's back home again, and it's got over 200,000 miles on it now. But it's a really good platform to build on for a teenage boy at this point. And, with my son being 15 and already thinking about going to get his driver's license next year, it just seemed like the perfect option, to get that truck back, because we've known the history on that truck for a long time. And so what we're going to do basically is just a very light restoration on it, nothing heavy duty, but we're just going to go through, clean the truck really good inside and out, do some safety feature, like for example, the seat belt's kind of torn and tattered. Got to put a new seat belt in it. Got to do a few mechanical things too. There's some stuff the truck needs, it's getting some age on it now. It's got a lot of miles on it. So, it needs some things. And so I thought it would be really cool to get my son involved and, let him turn some wrenches and do some work and learn some things. And also, when this becomes his truck next year, he'll have more of a sense of pride in it because he's got some skin in the game too. You know what I mean? So, so it'll be neat, grandfather, father-son project, if you will. So, like I said, it's going to be another 12 to 18 months. We're going to work on this a little bit at a time. But stay tuned to the channel, and we'll have some updates for you periodically. So the first thing that we're going to get started on is the interior. Leather seats are all torn and dirty, and my uncle, God love him, he loves to chew tobacco, so there's tobacco cans laying all over the floor and tobacco juice in the carpet and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, we're going to get inside the truck, and this is where we're going to begin, is by cleaning the interior the best we can and just trying to get it back to somewhat clean and smelling good condition again. And then we'll move on to the exterior, and like I said, some mechanical. And this truck's going to be really cool when we get done with it. So stay tuned. So this is going to be AJ's truck. This is a 2005 F-150 Lariat. It's a super cab 4x4. It's got over 200,000 on the clock, but it's a decent truck, and it's going to be an awesome truck when we get done with it. Right now, what we're going to do, we got the seats taken out of it, and he's over there shop backing it real good, cleaning it all up, and then we're going to attempt to use some of this stuff to clean the carpets real good. And after we get it all cleaned up, my dad bought him some new seat covers. You can see how it's really common for these leather seats to get ripped up and torn. So my dad found some seat covers for it we're going to put on here. And once we get that done, the interior is going to be in pretty good shape on this thing. It just needs, like I said, a thorough cleaning and some new seat covers. I already got the console lid redone, so we got to put that on tonight. And it'll be a nice truck on the inside, and then after that we'll move on to the exterior and a little bit of mechanical stuff. So we'll kind of document along the way. This is a good experience for him since he's 15. Learn how to get his hands dirty and take care of a vehicle. Get all this done so that next year, when he's ready to get his license, hopefully it'll be ready to go. Well, it's not perfect, but it's definitely a lot better. We can at least work with this now. All right, let's take a look and see what we've got here so far. So the interior is just about done. Looks like that the shadows from the sun are going to make it hard for the camera to really see this, but you know, the rear seats were not really in bad condition to start with, so we just kind of left those alone. But check out these fronts. They look a lot better. No rips or tears. Got new seat covers in there. Hopefully some of this will relax over time since they are brand new. Got a little dirt on this one in the process of working on it. We also replaced this seat belt right here because the one that was in here was starting to get tattered and torn. So we put a new seat belt assembly, not brand new, but a much better condition seat belt assembly in there. And so yeah, we also got the console lid redone. You know, my dad's pretty good at finding places to do stuff like this and find these kinds of parts. So got a new steering wheel cover on here because the leather on the factory wheel is starting to degrade. But I mean, you can see that overall the truck's in pretty good shape, and especially now with the new seat covers and, you know, some of the nice finishing touches here, it looks much better. Hopefully the camera is doing this justice. We cleaned the carpets the best that we could. Still got a couple little stains here, but you know, living out here where we live, we always run some really good floor liners anyway. So it's just a matter of getting online and finding some good tan colored floor liners, and then you won't be able to see any of that. So, you know, for a teenage boy, this is going to be awesome. Much nicer than what we had when we were 16, right? So yeah, the interior pretty much done. Now we're going to get some stuff to kind of clean these plastics up with, kind of doing some research to find out which products might be the best for this. So we'll still do some cleaning on the plastics. And then other than that, like I said, we're pretty much finished here with the interior portion of the project. So I guess from here, where do we go? Probably going to do a little bit of mechanical stuff on it. The engine has a miss on the number 4 cylinder. So we got to track that down and get the engine running again. I mean, it's running. We got to get it running properly again. And after we do that, then we'll probably tackle some of this exterior. It's just really dirty, and it's got a lot of this, I don't even know what this really would be called, but it's, you know, I don't know if it's really like mold or grime or what, but you know, this kind of stuff is all over the truck where it's been sitting for so long in the weather. So it probably needs a real good buffing and some detailing, and then it'll be in pretty good shape. Had already found a tailgate in a salvage yard, so that's in good shape. The previous one was kind of rough, but yeah, it's coming along, and I guess pretty soon we'll move on to the next phase of the project. So for now, I appreciate you guys watching. You know, stay tuned, and we'll get into this thing some more. And like I said, this is going to be a pretty nice truck when we get it all said and done.